Hello, everyone. Well, the major section that needs to be finished as far as track laying is the upper yard area, and that's where I'm heading to next to get things worked on. Got some mostly turnouts that need to be finished at this point, getting them built in place, handling each of those turnouts on that upper level, and that's going to take a little bit of time to get each of those constructed and built. I'm not going to show footage of every turnout being built. That would just be ridiculous and not a lot of fun to watch as far as construction goes. So I think I'm going to try and show a little bit of that work being done and some decoration of the layout and other areas being done. I've got more trees to put in place. I need to make more trees. I need to spin up a bunch of conifers. That's for another day. Right now, let's get into what I'm working on for the upper yard, which is the west end of this little branch, and continue to move forward on getting this ready for doing some good operations. My wife, being the wonderful woman that she is, years ago bought me the topside creeper. As you can tell by some of the cobwebs and the dust that is on it, it does not get used as much as it should. Being able to work on the upper level, a lot of the times I'm able to just stand up on a box to be able to get to what I need. But in this particular case, in order to get to these far back tracks to work on them, it's going to be far more comfortable to work up here on the creeper and be able to get those back tracks laid into place before moving forward. So I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit better and get up there and start working on that back section of track. So here I am, working on getting this section of track put into place. It does need to get spiked down. And one of the neat things with the Fastrax line of product is that the track itself that you can purchase, which is pre-cut, pre-laser cut, also has little slots cut in that allow the spikes to go in a little easier. So they're pre-set, but they don't do it on every single tie. I think it's like every fifth tie. So they are still, the track is well held down, but unfortunately it doesn't have as nice a look with having spikes on every set of ties. So after the initial spiking is done, I'll come back and add in more spikes so that eventually every single every single tie has spikes on them. So if you've ever done any spiking before, you should be familiar with these very small spikes. This is actually one of the newer ones from Microengineering. I'm not as fond of these as their older spikes. I still have a few left in my container. Here's one of their older ones. The heads on these older ones are a little larger. But they seem a little tougher. These newer ones bend very easily. If that's picking up on the camera or not, you can see that bend in the spike. So unfortunately, because they do end up bending, some of them get wasted because of that. But to help prevent that from happening, I try to get the spike in as short as I can, just to get it started, and then move on from there. So as I go to do this next one, just get it started, back up, and then once it's all the way through, then I can go ahead and drive it the rest of the way down. And then I'll finish tightening it once the other spike is in place. So just continue on with this for quite some time to finish off this section. I got excited about putting down more rail. I forgot to lay the ballast in. One of the nice things about hand laying track is that you can get the ballasting done ahead of time and then put your track in, and you don't have to worry about there being ballast up on top of the ties because you get it all brushed down nice and neat and clean, and then come along afterwards and put down your rail. And if you have to, you can always get rid of any ballast that may have gotten on top of the ties really simply and easily. So it does make that quick and easier. Of course, this whole area, being a yard, is just black cinders like I did down on the lower yard. And this area that I'm currently working on will transition to a different type of ballast right in this area, in this location here. So this is the far back turnout on the upper yard that I'm currently working on. It's the furthest one away. It's the most difficult one to work on, sitting up here on top of the topside creeper. Last night I got the frog point put into place. The very tip of the frog point is held down with the plyo bond. You can see the first few spikes also holding it in place. And the most critical part with getting this all put into place is to, of course, make sure that these sections here are the correct distance using the NMRA gauge, getting that put into place. I also use these little gauges from Fast Tracks to make sure that my track spacing is all correct as I go to connect all that together. This line, of course, has to go all the way out to here. That'll, of course, get trimmed, put into place, and then the other rail is coming around the curve and heading into the next turnout that I need to construct. So from this point on, I'm not going to do a lot as far as showing you the construction of these turnouts, because it's going to basically be the same. I will show the point rails once those are put into place. And I think I'll show you the turnout control as well, because I haven't shown any of that from any of the construction that I've done long before starting any of these videos. So that's where I'm at so far with that turnout. As far as scenery goes, I wanted to come back down into the corner that I've been working on. I've added in some more trees to the scene. I don't think I want to add too much more into this. I have been doing some reading and was able to find some references to the railroad wanting to have trees certain distances away from the track, from bridges, things like that. So I don't think I want to get too many more down in the front area. I may come back and put in some tree stumps to show where trees had been cut down. But other than that, I think I'm going to leave this scene pretty much where I've got it. So in addition to some of the trees, I've also added in some static grass here into the backside at the bottom of the hill, figuring that as water drains down, it's going to really give that grass a good chance to grow. I probably will add in some smaller saplings, some newer trees that just haven't started to grow real tall, that the railroad wouldn't have come along to cut those down yet. And of course I do want to add in some animals, but I'm not sure I'm going to add too many more trees into this area. For those of you who are science fiction fans, you'll understand what is sitting in the background there and who might currently be visiting. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this update on the layout. Hopefully in future there will be a lot more turnouts completed in the yard. I'll also show how I have the points turned, which servos I use, how I have that all set up. Once that upper yard is completed, I'll then actually be able to have some proper operations that will allow for a complete point-to-point run on this layout, and be able to show that in the future. Thanks again. I hope that you'll come back and watch another update on the layout. Until then, take care, everybody.